TikTok, motherfucker. Hey there, beer tubers. Welcome back to Beer Analysis 101 with your host, Maxwell Starr. Tonight on Beer Analysis 101, we got a special episode. We're going to take a look at this. Ooh, we're going all organic and with a diet beer. Coors Organic, 3.8% ABV, light beer with 90 calories. Yum. Alrighty, let's get down to who we have with us tonight, starting with this asshole.
This is special, like that episode of your favorite 80s sitcom where the boy had to show on the doll where they touched him. Special.
Hi, Greg. How you doing tonight?
I'm probably not doing great because I'm going to drink this, but then I'll drink a better beer and I'll be better. And
well, you know what? At least you're taking a breather. You're having a refresher between every Imperial Stout you're drinking.
Yes, this is true. Also, I realize I can't drink 2 Double Tempest in one night. It does not agree with me.
I was gonna ask, is like, well, you got a six pack of Coors Organic. Did you?
No, I don't.
You bought,
no, I don't. I bought
you only bought one.
I bought a single.
Oh, you got a single?
Yeah.
Sneaky.
Where'd you go? Beer store or something?
No, LCBO has them in singles.
Oh, wow.
Damn it.
All right. Anyway, next up, we got Mr. Lee of the High Tide and Vibe. How you doing tonight, sir?
You know, I had the option to actually go to work tonight, and I decided not to. I don't know why I did that.
Yeah.
For Coors?
Well, that's on you, man.
Well,
sometimes you make terrible mistakes in life.
Yeah, dare I ask how you're doing tonight?
Yeah, just move on.
Just get over it. Okay. Mr. Ashley Sexton, who's already chugging his first can of Coors Organic. How you doing tonight?
Doing great. I'm going to be very well hydrated after this.
And the best part is that you're not getting many calories in each one either.
Exactly. Yeah. And this is the first beer second beer of the day for me. I had one already earlier this evening. I had to buy a six. Yeah, I had four left. Had one last night. And but yeah, other than that, day off, got some shopping, running around, doing, spreading the COVID, doing my part, and now I'm having some beer.
All right. Okay. Anyway, back over to me, and I'm doing okay. Thanks for asking. Let's read out the history here while we're waiting for some people to post some comments. Coors Organic, as we've already looked at Coors before on this very first episode of Beer Analysis 101 on Lee's channel back in 2017 when we did Coors Banquet. I won't go too much into detail about Coors except to say the Coors Brewing Company was founded by German immigrants Adolf Coors and Jacob Schuler in 1873. Yeah. Believing that water was the key ingredient to the perfect beer, Coors and Schuler purchased the abandoned Golden City Tannery in Golden, Colorado, near the Rocky Mountains, and turned it into the Golden Brewery. Coors and Schuler bought a recipe for a Pilsner-style beer from a Czech immigrant, William Silhan. The Pilsner that is still brewed today, now known as Coors Banquet. The brewery became a success, and Coors would buy out his partner share in 1880. Fast forward out to the 1970s, Coors was still marketed solely in an 11-state region within the American West. This limited availability gave the beer a sense of mystique in the East, where it was considered a novelty. And in fact, this novelty is reflected in the 1977 movie Smokey and the Bandit, which is centered around an illegal shipment of Coors from Texas to Georgia, because apparently it was that rare of a thing back in 1977.
So far,
fancy. Gotta say it was a sudden drawl. Anyway, as the baby boomer generation reached drinking age, it led to a shift within the beer drinking demographic towards a trend to lighter beers compared to the 35% by 1994. So in 1978, to capitalize on this trend, Coors launched a light version of their popular Coors Banquet, which is known as Coors Light. Along with this, Coors launched a marketing campaign towards the younger crowd with taglines such as "the most refreshing place on earth," blah, 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 blah. Coors Light in this marketing catapulted the brewery to national success. And by 2005, Coors was the third largest brewery in the U.S. In 2004, current Coors merged with Canadian brewery Molson to become Molson Coors, as we know it today. So, other beers include Coors Banquet, Coors Light. They got their Coors Slice version of their fruity flavored beers. There's Keystone, there's Blue Moon, and of course other beers from the Molson Coors merger. So Coors Organic is a 3.8% ABV Couldn't find any details about how many IBUs. I'm just going to say it's close to 0. American-style light lager brewed with minimal ingredients as per Coors, containing, you guessed it, 90 calories in a 355 milliliter can, and only 4 grams of carbs. So it was very, very light in carbs. So it was released in March of 2020 and available only in the Canadian market. Lucky us. All right.
Is this keto friendly?
I think isn't it 0 sugar, or 0
No,
carbs
yeah,
or something?
paleo
Or very,
diet?
See, I have no idea what the keto diet is. I just hear a lot of people say they're on it, so I just
similar to-
threw that in there as a bit of a joke.
Basically, you
Yeah.
just eat meat, fat.
I'll ask my wife.
Okay.
all right, let's move on. Let's go over to Greg. Hey, Greg.
Hi,
Hey,
Nick.
you're
How are
right.
you?
Not too bad. And what's your history with this beer?
Absolutely none. Neither before today nor after today will I have any history with it. This is a one shot and done.
Ooh.
Unless you do like a reunion special, in which case, damn you, Nick. Damn you.
Yeah, 10 years down the road, we're going to re-review these beers.
Oh,
That's why we had to buy 6-packs, is because we have to save one aside and cellar age it in 10 years. Come on, just
But I mean-
hide a can behind all those double tempests.
but I mean, Coors Light is. We're just talking Coors Light in general. Coors Light is probably one of my most drank beers. Hold on, Arnold is chewing on my wife's pillow. Anyway, I've had Coors Light before, so yay.
Alrighty.
Hey, asshole! Stop that.
Right. All right. Lee, what's your history with this beer?
I've walked past it several times in the NSLC over the last few months, hating it, looking at it, and turning my eyes up and rolling them. I'm pretty sure we all have the Molson brewed version of this stuff, and that's just an alarming, nasty little trend now. Where also our Coors Banquet, which was actually pretty damn decent, is now brewed in Canada, and it's now called Coors Golden, which is just
I
stupid.
thought it was Coors Original.
Original Golden, something along that line. I don't know what the fuck they call it here,
Same
but
shit.
it's not the same stuff anymore. Not that it's a massive change in quality or anything like that. I mean, it's still just, budget lager thingy, but that's my experience with it. Just walking past it several times in NSLC over the months until we decided, we're gonna do it. So I should probably pick up a 6-pack. Luckily, I could pick up a 6-pack and not have to shell out for like some sort of 12-pack of this shit or something like that. So we'll see how it goes. I've already had a few sips on it, and hasn't been all that promising so far. But
All right. All right, let's move over to Ashley.
So yeah, I mean, I much like you guys, bought it for the first time. I had the first last night, as I've already mentioned, and but I mean, I've pretty much had all the other Coors products. I'm sure all of us have. I'll agree with Lee. But the Banquet. Well, I actually don't mind Banquet all that much, but everything else, like Coors Light, I really can't stand Coors Light. But Coors Banquets is okay. But I mean, yeah, that's really about it. And yeah, this is very hydrating. So there we go. It's going down.
I much concur with that. And just to say, don't follow Greg's advice here. Nobody ever does that anyway. So we have 6 viewers right now, but we don't have many meaningful comments. So feel free to drop us a comment. Let us know what you're drinking. We do interact with our audience.
I will go ask Amy what she thinks about the keto friendliness of this. I'll be right back.
all right.
That'd be interesting to know.
Wait, Nick, do you have a fax machine?
Fax machine.
Because it says fax pictures of your junk to Nick to show you care.
I don't have a fax machine, thankfully.
Oh, you should get one.
It's like we always find the fax machine to work. So like, where's the fax machine to the Sobeys in Greenwood?
We do have a fax
I was
machine.
actually I was just discussing with my wife earlier this evening how, what do people do for cell phones? They must just fax each other a picture of their junk.
Photocopy
they photocopy it and send it via an envelope or whatever, Got Redbeard in the chat saying, "Cheers, guys."
Yeah, Redbeard.
Cheers, Redbeard. I think he's working right now, isn't he?
Oh, okay. Or he just didn't want to drink this.
Yeah. Didn't he just post a video where he's out walking in the snow or some bullshit?
Yeah, he posted a
he's
video
got
of like
fat tire.
amazed at a 6-inch thick fat tire print from a bike.
Oh.
And Nick is like, that's a baby fat tire.
Well, I'm just like, that's about the same size as what I have. So,
Yeah. What's the verdict?
No, not necessarily. She said because there are like 4 grams of carbs in this per can. She said for her, if she were to drink 5 of them, then that would take up her entire carb intake for the day.
All
Yeah.
right.
oh,
Yeah, it's low carbs, so you really have to budget it.
Yeah.
Redbeard saying to
course it's-
Sudbury for work soon.
figured.
Now, how is your wife? Has she found the keto diet to work for her? Because I know people that have made it work for them, but
You know what? I think that the keto thing for her is just turned more into an eating habit now, more so than a diet fixture. You know, just how you feel after eating a lot of carbs and just toning down the amount of carbs that you eat just makes you feel a little bit better.
So it's not a regimented diet for her. It's more just a lifestyle change.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like she'll like have a cheat day every so often, but then not have any carbs, like no potatoes, rice, pastas, or anything like that for like weeks. But it is what it is. But yeah, it's not like a good long term thing, like the keto diet per se. It's just, but
it sounds like she's planning to outlive you, like by several decades.
100%. That is
then once Ashley is dead, every day will be a cheat day. Am I right?
100%.
Jesus Christ. I wasn't going to go that far, but...
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah.
Greg goes too far, so we don't have to.
Yeah, that's right.
That's why we keep him around, I guess.
I will say this beer keeps a pretty good head for a decent amount of time, considering what the fuck it is,
I will say that this beer possibly may have achieved the closest thing to water I've ever tasted in a beer.
I'm ready to get my thoughts on this thingy.
Yeah, it's right. I'm ready to. Let's just cycle through it.
All right.
All right, Greg, what do you think? You have to go first, so you don't have to follow up Sexton.
I will say, yeah. Oh fuck! I don't know what to say. Oh my god! It's wet and it goes down mouth, comes out pee hole, and then good.
That's
I don't know.
surprisingly accurate.
Okay. I will say that as this beer is basically water, and we say that a lot about beers, but this is almost water. There's just a tiny flavor, but it's so smooth, not at all offensive. I don't know if there's corn in this. I didn't listen to Nick's explanation at the beginning. Maybe it's certified organic corn. I don't know.
No, there's no corn or anything in there.
Yeah,
It's all malted barley and...
Like it's smooth. Like if you're looking for a beer that just disappears, this is easy a 10 out of 10 for you. Like this is, if that's all you want, holy shit. It's not really what I want, but I'm actually kind of impressed by this thing just because I always expect the Coors product to be shit, and this is not complete shit. So I'm going to say for an American, do we call this an adjunct lager if it doesn't have adjuncts?
No, I
I call
would
it American light lager.
I would call it like an ultralight lager.
Okay, well, because we put American on this, and so much of the American beers is just shit from the big companies, I feel justified in saying that. Honestly, I think for an American light beer, this is an 8 for style. Simply because I would like a little more flavor to it. I'd like to taste something, but if you just want to chug a beer, I mean, I find Coors Light offensive. I find Molson Canadian incredibly offensive. Budweiser's less so, but still offensive. This is not offensive at all. It's not good. I mean, again, you love the taste of water, then I guess this is good. But I think it's actually good style-wise for what it is. Personal enjoyment. I'm going to be on the generous side. Really, this is like a 5, but I'm going to be on the generous side because this has impressed me. I'm going to give it a 6. I'm actually just like, hey, you know what? They've achieved their goal of making me pay for 3.8% water. So I've never tasted something that is just so incredibly neutral as this. But you can do what Chad does and add flavor to it, and then you could just do like a mixed drink.
Just add Mio to it or something.
Yeah. Like, there you go. Like, just have some water flavor, and then you can treat. Never mind. I was gonna say you could trick people that you're feeding them water and get them drunk, but don't do that. That leads to bad things.
That's illegal.
Yeah, don't do that.
I'm sure it's illegal.
Oh, also, you'd be able to taste the roofie in this 100%. So don't even try it.
I think Dylan's question here, where he's asking, "What's the price range of this beer?" Isn't it? It's not bad expensive, isn't it? I think
it is actually. It's almost $17 for 6 cans.
Gross.
So yeah, that's in Nova Scotia. I think I paid under 15 for the 6-pack. I think.
Okay.
That's what I paid, but I mean that's sort of commensurate with what Ontario versus Nova Scotia is like.
Yeah.
So, I think I'm going to be the high scorer on today's show.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to you already. Yeah, and so it's like $15 for a 6-pack here in New Brunswick. Just pretty much what you're gonna pay for that much Coors Light, I think.
I mean, if we took price into account, I think I paid $3.25 for my tall boy. I would never buy another one of these again. But
oh my god,
Jesus.
$3.25 for that?
I think I'd have to double check of what it was, but it wasn't that cheap.
Well, how many milliliters is the can you bought?
473.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense then.
Yeah. All right, let's go over to Lee.
Yeah, this is Coors Light without any flavor at all, pretty much. Like it's as if they took a bag of like white bread, a bunch of water, put it in a blender, and then strained it into your glass, and that's kind of what you're tasting here. But it's as a light lager, I guess it does the trick. Technically, like you can drink this shit all day and you'll probably be fine. It's probably perfect for people who are alcoholics who are trying to wean themselves off of booze. Doctor recommends, you can't just go cold turkey because you could, get water brained or whatever, or wet brain or whatever the fucking term is, where it can just like really fuck you up. This is. I don't know why anyone would want to buy this other than they wanted something to drink all day that they can't fucking taste. And if that's what you're looking for, then this would be perfect for that. I prefer light lagers that I've had that have actually had flavor, and some of them have been really good. I've had some like craft variations of light lagers that have been pretty damn decent. I'm not saying they're mind-blowing flavor bombs or anything like that, but they taste like beer and they don't get you super drunk real quick. So as a light lager, style-wise, I'd probably place this at about a 7 because I honestly can't argue against the fact that it does everything a light lager is technically supposed to do. But I've had better examples of a light lager just as far as flavor goes. My own personal preference, never buying this again. But I mean, it's not actively horrible, I guess, is the best way to put it. So I'll give it a 5.
All right, so that's 5 for personal enjoyment, right?
Yeah.
And what was the style?
Style, I gave it a 7.
7. Okay. All right, let's go over to Mr. Ashleck. Sorry, I don't call you that. Ashley.
What? Okay, so we're only 18 minutes in, and I'm down 3 cans. So
me too.
It just speaks to how easy this stuff goes down. When I had it last night, I was sitting down with Amy. We were watching The Mandalorian. I'm all caught up now, so you guys don't have to not talk about Mandalorian.
Watched it.
Okay, well then I'll fucking spoil it for you. I don't care.
Yeah, fuck you.
When they killed Luke Skywalker in The Mandalorian, I was really, really shocked.
That's awesome.
Weird.
So I was like, I cracked this open, and I just wanted the one last beer of the night, and I was like, fuck, I'll just have this. And I was just laying down, I drank it. I'm like, oh my god, Aim, like, try this and tell me what you think. And she's like, it tastes like the next day after you drank a lot of beer and you peed into a cup and then you added a bunch of water to it. Like, that's what this tastes like. And that's exactly and someone said that earlier at the start of they alluded to pee in a cup. I think it was Greg. So, anyways, I mean, if we want to go to flavor notes and stuff like that, like it's like soggy cardboard and like no hot presence whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
And to what Lee said, just water through white bread. Maybe a brown bread, maybe a nice marble or a rye bread. I don't know. It's got a little bit of flavor to it.
I would go that far.
But I mean, we're talking about water through loaves of bread. So, yeah, I would definitely agree with that. That's sort of fermented water through bread. And, I mean, this is like one of those, like, because it's not just a light beer, it's a calorie conscious beer as well. So it's like a different market altogether. Because when you really think about it, probably the best light lager any of us has ever had is Pilsner or Kel. That's only 4.2%. But, that is probably 180 calories or something to it, So, so I mean, this is really, they're not even going after a light beer. They're going after the calorie conscious, is it Michelob Ultra? Is that like that like healthy lifestyle beer? That's sort of where they're trying to dig into. And it fits with the the aesthetic. They
the
got
thin
like
can,
the thin can, the golds, that bluish. It's just sort of all.
It's a health food. It's a health food drink.
Exactly. It's meant to look. Yeah. Exactly. 100%. So, is it offensive? Well, I mean, if you're a fan of beer and the lack of flavor, you may find offensive. But I mean, for what they're trying to achieve, which is a low calorie, ultra low ABV beer, if you were to slap that into a category, yeah, it's probably an 8 out of 10. If that's the category we're going to fit into. Now, for personal enjoyment, though, well, I'm a glutton for punishment, so that's why I drank those 3, and I'm going to leave that 4th for Amy, and I'm going to give it a personal enjoyment level of 4 out of 10 because it is a little gassy, and that it's a touch gassy. It has nothing to do with drinking 3 beers in under 15 or 18 minutes.
No, of course not.
Nothing.
Not at all. I poured it into a glass, so it had a chance to expel the
exactly. Yeah.
gas, right? So yeah, so 8 for style, but 4 for personal enjoyment. Maybe if they just bumped it up a little bit. Maybe, what? Maybe even I don't know. It needs some hops to it. It needs some bitterness. It needs some flavor. Something. It needs some sex to it.
They could load a bunch of hops to it and make it their light. Their session IPA, right? Coors Session IPA.
But and this could be something, or this could be completely nothing. But if you notice on the can, they don't call it a light lager. They call it a light beer.
Yeah.
And when you check on Tapped, it's like light lager and stuff like that. But I almost wonder, like, even in like organic light beer at the bottom, light beer. I wonder why they don't call it a light lager. Because is that even what it is? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm actually on their website right now. I'm just taking a quick look. It actually doesn't mention on the website it's beer either, or lager or ale.
But don't they just say it's basically the organic version of Coors Light, and Coors Light is a lager. So.
Yeah.
Which is it says premium lager. Okay, Coors Organic is a simple, better than for you premium beer made for those who are overwhelmed and confused by all the clutter on the shelves. Fuck you, Coors. Brewed locally and made with organic barley and hops, this premium lager has the same refreshing, smooth, and crisp taste that you would expect from a Coors at 3.8%. Blah 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 blah.
You can get you get 1% sodium, 2% potassium, and 2% calcium. Your daily intake from one of these, apparently.
It's so funny. It's the funniest thing about that, and I'm not a chemist, so I could be completely wrong. But I'm going to guess that those minerals are just solely from the mineral additions for the water.
It could be. Might be, yeah.
Probably. Yeah. Whatever spring water that the city water system they got the water from.
So I wonder if this would work as like a post like exercise drink, like to get back
some carbs.
Some carbs and stuff, like. Oh.
Well,
I don't know.
You know what? It does sound like it's intended for kind of the exercisey thing.
It's meant for that crowd, right? It's like, oh man, I just got out of hot yoga. Oh, I'm gonna go crack a Coors Organic.
There's Michelob Ultra, and wasn't there some other brand that was really like a light lager that was from like Bud or something? Was it Platinum, or is that was something else?
Well, Platinum was they called it their light beer, but it was still like 6%. It was just like super fucking smooth and easy to drink. It was like the most easy to drink ice beer ever. Basically, is what it kind of was.
Yeah. It was an ice light.
And it wasn't even light. It was like their whole marketing scheme around it like made it look like this super premium, sexy, light drinking beer that was still like 6% or whatever. And it's like, what the fuck? No.
Get drunk easier.
Yeah,
It'll get you drunk.
It's for like the metrosexual contingent of the malt beer community, I guess, or something. I don't know.
All right. So I haven't given my thoughts yet, which is
yes.
I am probably going to bring the marks down slightly because I'm not a fan. I find it almost discernible from Coors Light. It's just there's really not much to it. Like I guess the whole light bready sudsy water is the biggest one that comes off the top of my mind. Somebody summed it up already with taking white bread through a soaked in water and through a strainer, and then all of a sudden you have beer. Like ferment that shit. I feel like it's got a little subtle hint of tutti fruitiness, like from the sugars in it, which makes it you think is like, are you sure this is all barley? Because it tastes like there's rice in this. But other than that, it's almost indiscernible from Coors Light, where there's like hardly anything there except for this bready, yeasty sogginess, like wetness. That I don't like Coors Light, and I don't like this. So I guess for the style, I'm impressed. If truly they are saying what they are saying, and this is all from just organic malted barley, I'll give them credit where credit's due. Give this a 6 for the style, but I'm still a 4 for overall enjoyment. I mean, this particular can, I didn't even give my history on this thing. I bought a 6-pack of this stuff back in like when it first came out. I think it was like May or something like that.
This was available back then. Wow.
Yeah. Came out in March apparently.
It
was like May or June.
I think it just came just before COVID.
Yeah.
Coincidence?
I think not.
Cause COVID.
Someone get QAnon on that shit.
It's been nice knowing you guys.
Somebody tell Randy Quaid quick.
I'm going to be bedridden.
All right.
Days.
So, long story, fairly long. The whole, I don't. Yeah, it's boring as shit, and I wouldn't drink. I suppose I'd drink it if so. And I would drink this if I was looking for a true diet beer before I would drink a Michelob Ultra, but that is not saying much.
No,
there's a comment from Dylan, and I think it's an answer to what you're asking about. What other beer? He said MGD 64.
Okay.
I'm not familiar with it.
That. I remember there was a Miller 64. Yeah, I remember that.
There's the Molson one too, right? The
67.
Yeah,
67. Yeah.
And I mentioned the Moosehead one falls in that category too. That
Crack Canoe.
Crack Canoe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think Crack Canoe came out before all of those other ones.
That thing's been out for years, man.
Because when it first came out with the black sexy thin cans,
it was nice labeling.
Canadian 67 predates Crack Canoe like they're the same year almost, but one came out first.
Yeah,
it was like the year I started doing beer reviews.
The arms race, race of ultra light beers. Jesus,
the neck and neck race to the bottom of the fucking barrel.
So here we go, guys. The beer that no one asked for, that there's already too many of.
Mm-hmm.
Budweiser Solar. I'm bugging you. I thought Budweiser had one.
But man, these ones are just like they're like little fad phases that come almost like every year, every couple of years. You get your sort of rash of just like fad stuff that the breweries try out. This stuff could dry up in like the next 2 or 3 years, and you'll never see it again.
Oh, it will.
Exactly.
There's apparently a Budweiser Select 55.
Oh my God! It's like so that's 55 calories. Could you imagine what that actually would taste like?
Probably tastes better than Budweiser because I find Budweiser kind of offensive to actually drink.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Budweiser sucks these days.
Well, maybe we should catch up on the.
All right, let's. I'm gonna go to the math, and I'll put Ashley full screen. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll catch up on some of these comments. So Redbeard, cheers, guys. Head to Sudbury for work soon. What's the price range? And then Basement was wow, less taste than Coors Light. Take my monies. Hi, Nick. Lady Lee says snuck away from work to watch for a bit. Cheers, guys.
Very naughty. Very naughty.
Redbeard says beer is super well known for maintaining healthy bones.
Well, you should drink more of it before you throw yourself into a staircase, Carrie.
Right?
Wow.
Oh.
And then that was when Dylan mentioned MGD64. And then our good friend and supporter, Patreon member and lover of the channel, Teku Murray says, fuck this beer. Fuck this review. And fuck you all for wasting your calories reviewing this beer.
I'm seeing different comments here. I said, glad to see Greg wised up with a stout, and he looks like he is losing weight.
Oh, but there's another one before that that says, in other news, Nick, my ticket requires immediate remediation. Subject line, shit review with shit beer. Ticket number OU812.
Oh, wow.
No wonder I don't see it because he put shit in it.
Oh, yeah. So, there's no one in the actual YouTube to, like, moderate it and let it go through.
Well, it's like StreamYard filters comments with curse words in it for some reason.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
are you sure StreamYard or the YouTube that's actually doing it? Because
I'm a moderator on the YouTube,
Oh, okay.
so I'm allowing them, but I think I clicked one and unclicked it again by accident.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So,
Okay. Yeah.
But Redbeard does confirm that StreamYard filters swears.
Oh, that sucks.
So on the StreamYard comments, I'm assuming is what he means.
Hey, StreamYard, just another reason why I'm never paying you $20 for your fucking premium plan, you fucking grifters.
And Redbeard is 100% correct. I will at least give him that credit. Yes, on StreamYard comments, all of Teku Murray's were hidden, except for the one that said glad to see Greg wised up. And that's because all the other comments had swears.
I mean, yours should be censored, honestly. So that's probably the good thing out of all this. But
All
right.
See if penis is a word that it'll block, because YouTube does not like penis. I do accept that one. Penis losing weight too, says Greg.
that's not true. I heard YouTube loves all the penis. It goes down on penis daily. That's how much YouTube sucks dicks all the time.
And then yes, penis is censored on StreamYard, but Teku Murray's COCK with underscores.
He's gotten around it. He is brilliant. What a smart boy.
Wow,
I'm going to have a chicken soon.
You really unlocked that puzzle.
Anyway, speaking of unlocking things, here's the scores for tonight.
Wow.
Yay.
Wow, what a transition.
Style and overall. Has there been a bigger range?
I'm not sure. It's weird that we passed the style like that, and then just overall it's just meh.
Well, I think it's because I think we agreed that they sort of achieved alcohol without it tasting like beer.
Yeah,
and, we don't like beer that doesn't taste like beer. So I think it's a win-win for everyone.
It's weird that it matches the style of light beer, but light beer sucks.
Light beer suck.
Yeah, I mean, we had to make the concession that it does everything a light beer is supposed to do, but it just doesn't taste like anything, and that's that's where the overall comes and kills it all. Right?
And another is actually Lee, you and I both drank a crowler worth, a crowler and a touch more of essentially one mediocrely ABV'd IPA, maybe like something that's like a crowler of 5.5% beer is essentially what we just drank.
Yeah,
if that. Oh no.
Critique beer is saying those yellow words in that back. I should have made them dark blue or something.
No, you know what? You know what? You're wrong, Redbeard. Your fucking words on that blue background are fucking awful. Fuck you.
Alrighty. So, yeah, we haven't had the magic question yet. I'm going to put the to here until somebody says something. So,
what's next week's beer, Nick?
Not you.
Oh, I don't
fact
count.
call complaints to Nick. Yeah, I'll give you the fax number to Hiram Walker.
Yeah, put in a ticket. By the way, I found a way to make it taste better. I flavored it.
You got a double Tempest flavored Coors Organic now?
No, don't be silly. That'd be silly. Just a regular Tempest.
I'm having the perfect follow up here for Coors.
I thought you just dumped like a jar of soy sauce into it.
Oh, gross.
That might be tasty. Hey, does anyone?
That'll kill you.
Remember Clit?
Oh my God, Coors Light iced tea.
Yeah.
Clit? What?
Coors Light iced tea.
I remember getting Clit. I remember having Clit in my mouth.
Yeah.
I remember that joke about the Clit Commander and Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
We are the Clit Commander.
Hey, Nick, I think you're a little concerned with what you're drinking because he said you officially have the worst taste in everyday beers in Ashley.
Sometimes it's a good lawnmower beer. Like if you want just something cheap shit to drink. Plus, I think they were on clearance for like $5 for.
You do not live in a beer wasteland. You have better choices than that, Nick. I'm ashamed of you.
Yeah, Nick, you've got a fat tire bike. Nothing can stop you. No weather.
Actually, if it's a good lawnmower beer, I want to drink a lot of it. It'd be like Miller High Life.
Who's mowing their fucking lawn in the fall, though?
Yeah, dude, you're not even raking the leaves.
Yeah.
Hey, Nick, have you ever tried to drink and then go for a bike ride? It's kind of fun.
Are you doing that tonight, Greg?
No, not tonight. It's raining out. But I did it the other day where I drank a stout and I went for a bike ride. I was like, oh, this is kind of okay. It makes me fearful of things.
Mm.
So
Anyway,
I wasn't drunk, but it just took a little bit of the edge off. I'm like, I'm going to go out and try it.
Anyway, Redbeard asked the question, by the way. It's up there.
Oh, Redbeard, fucking slow troll. Or he... Never mind.
So next week we are planning to do a bring your own beer version of Beer Analysis 101, and we're going to focus on Dan, the Western beer reviewer, or whatever he calls his channel now, booze reviews / deep thoughts, potash, whatever. And we're going to do lactose beers. Yum! I'm having this one, maybe.
Sassy cow.
Milk stout with root beer milk stout. But you can see all that lactose. Lactose, if you're intolerant, they'll give you the fucking gas like crazy.
Those are some full udders.
Yeah.
I find it highly ironic that someone so intolerant like Nick is like talking about other people being intolerant.
Wah, 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 wah.
Right.
I find it ironic that for once Nick hates you a little bit more than he hates me.
I mean, I had to come out swinging for my return to the show, you know.
So there we go.
Challenge is dominance, like
like Spock and Kirk when they fought over the Pon Farr or whatever.
Yeah, it's like two males in heat fighting over a female or something. trying to reassert the dominance over Beer Analysis 101.
I want to have sex with a Vulcan chick, sure.
You're not wrong. I find that statement highly logical.
Oh God!
Especially a big-titted.
Oh wait, am I Kirk in this this conflict? So I'm the space rapist. Okay, that's great.
Yeah, well, if you remember that episode, Spock didn't exactly get laid afterwards either. So it's
Spock, you're a beta male.
It's like they both fought over each other, and it's like a fight to the death. And all of a sudden, she comes out. It's like, yeah, but I love this guy.
Yeah.
God. Fuck you, cunt.
I kind of feel like Spock could just talk any girl into sex.
Spock got Pon Farr friend zoned. That's quite. We should really end it. We should really fucking end this. This is getting.
Yeah, before it's already been gotten off the rails. But all right, Spackrist.
You're a Spackrist.
Is it space racist or something?
Oh,
like
space
that? Anyway. Spacerist.
Yeah, Mr.
Right.
Grammar here now making up stupid words. Fuck off, Redbeard.
Yeah.
Go to work.
All right. See you in Sudbury. All right, we're gonna talk to you guys later. So thank you, everybody in the chat. Thanks, even Lee, Lady Lee, that is, Dylan, whoever else was there. Jamie. Everybody else is anyway. All right, we'll talk to you guys later. Cheers.
Bye, penis.